How we doing today, man? Let me get my camera right. Okay, so 2026, January 2nd, making this video. And I know last year, I think it was January 1st or 2nd, I made the last video. And, I'm not mad that I didn't make another video after that till right now, because everything happens in this timing and there's reasons behind everything. You know what I'm saying? So, the last video I made was called the year of consistency, that 2025 needed to be the year of consistency. And looking back in retrospect, a year later, I can tell you that I followed through with what I said on that video to kind of, peel off the layers of me saying that 2025 was a very, I'll say it in this term, purifying year for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a very turbulent, tumultuous year when it comes down to the obstacles, the afflictions, you know what I'm saying? The trials, the tests that were presented to me from Yah, the Most High God, Elohim. And He didn't give me all of those trials and tests that, you know, video after video, I'll kind of dive into, the things that I've learned this year, the things that, I had to go through to understand what Elohim was trying to tell me and the place that He's trying to get me to. You know what I'm saying? The next level that He wants me to elevate to, that He's trying to elevate me in this season into. And 2025 for Joseph of mine was definitely that year that showed me pretty much everything. I won't say everything, but the foundation. It showed me the foundation of what my faith, my belief, and what I know is. And from there, all I have left to do is build on that. I've built a system. I have a program to follow that, like I said, video after video, I'll be, we'll be getting into these different nuances of self-development, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, and socially, that we need, that right now is mandatory for us to, I won't say perfect, but get consistent. Getting back to the theme of consistency, it's about time that consistency starts to happen. Because with where the world is headed right now, where the financial infrastructure of the matrix is headed right now, you either get with the program or you're going to get left behind. This isn't a video about crypto, but we will be talking about, digital currency a lot on this channel now, because like I told you, this year I've learned. I know now. I don't know everything, but I understand the foundation. You know what I'm saying? I understand the foundation of finances. I have basic financial literacy now. Last year when I made that video, I didn't have any. I was just a kid spending money because I didn't know that money was a tool that goes to build your own bank, but they ain't teach us that in school. I just rhymed. But that and by me learning the basics of finances, by me achieving basic financial literacy, I have now learned that the future of finances is digital currency. And I've learned that America is behind. And that's why Donald Trump has to kind of overcompensate in his actions and the bills he's passing and the things he's taking away from a lot of people that have been dependent on Section 8 reliability. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 dependence on government assistance. Biden didn't do what was necessary to help America keep up with the world. And I told you, not a crypto video, but basically, I'll say this and then we'll get back to consistency. If Donald Trump doesn't do what he's doing right now, America right now, in the present moment, the US dollar is the global reserve for the world, right? If Donald Trump doesn't do what he's doing right now, that's going to be taken from us. And Europe, the Russias, the Chinas, their currencies will become the global financial infrastructure. It's going to be built off the yen, built off the euro. You know what I'm saying? Built off, I think Russian currency is called rubles, something like that. We're going to lose our spot at the top of the totem pole when it comes down to the United States dollar being the global reserve, being the global currency that if you have a dollar, our dollar is worth more than a lot of other currencies. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna it was gonna get to the point to where it can still happen if things don't work out. But it can get to the point to where now the euro is worth more than a dollar. Now the yen is worth more than a dollar. And it's because of inflation. It's because the gold standard was taken away from our financial infrastructure during Nixon's presidential campaign. And now, and I'm sorry, I'm getting too deep. This been the whole year. This is all I've been worried about all year. Financial literacy, understanding the financial infrastructure of America and of the world, of the new world order, and it's all digital now. So basically now we're going into the age of AI, the age of technology, and the financial infrastructure shifting from the dollar, shifting from tangible assets to digital assets, to say the least. You know what I'm saying? To kind of give you guys a crux of what's going on right now with our financial infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? And this is a very important information. A lot of people might be listening to me like, man, what the heck this dude talking about, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear all of that. I don't want nobody taking up for Trump, taking up and while he's taking things away from me that I've become dependent on. I don't want nobody talking about that, but we have to, because you're either going to be, in the terms of Hunger Games, you're either going to be in the capital or you're going to be in the district. Me and my family are going to be in the capital. I don't care where anybody else is at this point. I watch this guy named Coach JV a lot. Protect home base is his philosophy. Protect home base. I have a wife and 2 baby boys. This is for them. This is for them. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do is for them. Every move I make is for them. So every piece of knowledge I learn is for them. It's not just to learn it, it's to put it into action. It's to, you know what I'm saying, manifest it. Make it become tangible. Right? But and going back to crypto real quick, to basically wrap it up, the US dollar is dying. The US physical dollar is dying, and it's going to be resurrected as United States digital currency, the USD1. Do research on USD1, right? Do research on World Liberty Financial. It's a crypto coin. It's the token of the United States dollar. I know I said a mouthful. Do some research. I'm not going to say anything else about crypto in this video. Look up World Liberty Financial. Look up all of the things Donald Trump said whenever he first came into office in the beginning of January, at the beginning of 2025, about how America is behind, how all of these other countries, Europe already has the digital euro. China already has the digital yuan, the digital yen, right? America is now finally developing a digital US dollar, right? So, to say the least, all of these things are important. All of these things are very detrimental for the safety of your families, the safety of your friends, the safety of all of your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? All these things are very important. So I'll say it one more time. Look up USD1. Look up World Liberty Financial. Go back and look up all of the press conferences Donald Trump had over the course of 2025 emphasizing that he wants the United States of America to catch back up in this digital financial race. You know what I'm saying? In the race to build the digital financial infrastructure of the new world order, of the world ran and assimilated into artificial intelligence, right? And I know I'm saying a mouthful. I know I'm probably talking. I probably seem totally different than what I was a year ago, because I am. I absolutely am. Like I told you, I was consistent. I learned. I put in the work. Not saying I know everything, but I can tell you this: the basics. Absolutely, I can tell you the basics, and I can be firm in what I'm saying about the basics. Look up what Donald Trump is saying about how he wants us to become the crypto capital of the world. About um how he needs us to start making more American cryptocurrencies. Things like Ripple, things like World Liberty Financial. This Look up the Stablecoin Act. Look up the Genius Act. Look up the Clarity Act. Look up at all these crypto central bills, acts, and laws that are now becoming cemented into society that the normal person does not know about. They are flipping the system on us right now. They are eliminating the middle class. The middle class is going to cease to exist. I'm sorry. I didn't even want to say all of this, but I can't help it. I'm sorry. Okay? Now back to consistency. Remember all of those things. Go back and replay it all so you can learn these things. It's all available information. None of it is hidden. It's esoteric. Man, I got a dog mosquito in here. It might seem extremely esoteric to someone who has no idea about the value of a dollar, the old dollar that was a part of the archaic financial system. A lot of people don't even know about that. A lot of people are slaves to money. So a lot of this stuff might sound like gibberish, but it's not once you learn. Okay? Getting back to consistency. My consistency last year involved me, and I didn't do as good as I could have, but I did enough. I read a book called Infinite Banking. Basically a book by R. Nelson Nash. I think he's the author. And Infinite Banking basically is telling you about the basics of finances, about how the banks are scamming you, the IRS scamming you, and that the goal should be for you to build your own banking system. Through one outlet for that is whole life insurance. Okay, not gonna get too deep on that. That's just the first book. Told me that build your own bank, because if you build your own bank, you can take loans from your own bank and pay yourself back in interest. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. That was the first book I read. I read a book from Jason Wilson. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with Jason Wilson, but he wrote this book called Demand the Moment Demands. Great book. Great book. Extremely great book that talks about how our urge to just be this super alpha male, this super masculine individual is holding us back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get too deep on the book. You can go read it yourself. And I'm actually going to start making videos about the notes that I'm taking on these books so that we can kind of get into it and motivate you guys to go and read a lot of these books. Motivate myself to continually go out and read a lot of these books because they matter. You want to hide something from somebody, put it in a book, especially from a black man. Okay? So like I said, the Man of Moment Demands teaches you the fundamentals of and the 10 characteristics of a comprehensive man. Right? I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I'm actually reading that book again to start this year off. But the fighter, the provider, the gentleman, the father, the husband, the son, you know what I'm saying? All of these different intricacies of what being a man really is. Not just being somebody who says do this and do that, I'm a man. No. You know, somebody who is emotional, somebody who isn't feminine but understands feminine energy and knows how to incorporate that into You're masculine to where you can be there for your girl, to where you can be there for your wife. You know what I'm saying? To where you can be there and give them a shoulder to lean on emotionally. Because as logical creatures, a lot of times we as men, we're not there for our feminine counterparts as much as we can be. That's what that book helps out with. Okay. Um, what's the third book? I read a book called Richest Man in Babylon. Changed my whole perspective about money. Infinite banking was the first straw to fall. That was the first domino to fall. It made me hungry. It made me realize, dang, bro, all of this time, all of this information about finances has been hidden to us, not because we can't get the information, but because we don't care to know it. Right? That's what infinite banking taught me, the fundamentals that I need to build my own banking system. Right? You know what I'm saying? I can use whole life insurance as a funnel to put money in that will increase and give me dividends, give me residual passive income. Right? Not gonna get too deep into it. Richest Man in Babylon tells you it goes even deeper into the basics, right? It goes even into the deeper depths of the fundamentals of the financial infrastructure that people from the times of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was doing, to where now the Warren Buffetts, the Elon Musk, the Donald Trumps, the Dan Penas are now doing in 2025. Yes, it's different. The tools look different, but they all serve the same purpose, right? That's what Richest Man in Babylon taught me. Basically, it takes place in um BC, the time of BC, Babylon, ancient Babylon, and it's talking about how this rich man named Arcad gives financial seminars to poor people, teaching them how money is a tool. Back then it wasn't called money, it was called gold. You know what I'm saying? And how the point of a dollar, the point of gold, the point of silver is to make them have children, and to make those children have children, and to make the whole family of, I'll say it like this. If let's say this was a gold piece, make this gold piece multiply. Point blank period. That's what Richest Man in Babylon teaches. How to make this gold piece or this silver piece multiply. And how to make, once it multiply again. Basically, how to put this silver coin into slavery and make it work for me all the days of his life. Make his children work for me all the days of their lives. Make their children work for me all the days of their lives. Not go too deep into it, but okay. Third book I read. Well, I'm still reading it. I brought it into this year. It is called, man, this old funky little gnat. It's called Cash Flow Quadrant, which is about a book written by Robert Kiyosaki, which is the person who made Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a sequel to Rich Dad Poor Dad, who tells you about how there's 4 quadrants in the financial infrastructure: employee, self-employed. They're on the left side of the quadrant. Right side of the quadrant is business and investing. You want to move from employee and self-employed to becoming a business, to building a business, building an investment portfolio. You cannot reach generational wealth without investing. That's what all 3 of those books taught me. It is impossible to build wealth, not to get rich, but to build wealth. What is wealth? And I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping around from topic to topic, but that's the video for the day. Wealth is your ability to live off of your residual income for however long of a time. How can I say that better? So being wealthy is building a system of building a financial infrastructure, building my own banking system that continually feeds itself without me having to work. So being wealthy is building a financial system that replenishes itself without you having to go and put energy towards it. It becomes self-sufficient. You've built your own banking system. If you need something, you can pull out of your assets that are gaining value as time goes by, a deflationary asset, right? So that's what the goal of being wealthy is, to where I have $2 million put up that is gonna turn into $8 million in the next 4 years. So I don't need to work. I have money working for me. Basically, being wealthy is how long will your money make money for you? How long can you live off of the money that your money is making? That's what being wealthy is. Being wealthy is the amount of time you can survive off of the residuals of your investments. Point blank, period. Okay, so this video is 21 minutes long right now. I'm going to start wrapping it up. Got off of being consistent. But I'm still kind of giving some gems. I'm still kind of, giving some very good talking points that you can look back on this video and say you learned something at the end of the day, so I'm not mad at it. To kind of sum it up, and I'm going to make another video after this. And the next video I'm going to make is more about being consistent. Okay? So I'm actually going to leave this where it is. This is enough. It's 22 minutes long. And I'm going to just make a couple videos today. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to drop a video every day. But I will do my best to be consistent. Right? I will do my best. Because now it's easier to be consistent. I've made being consistent a lifestyle. So it's easy now. It's not something that takes a lot of energy from me. It's something that I do anyway. I'm already going to be talking about things that I'm going to be putting in these videos. So now it's as simple as me just making a video of me talking about them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to go and be like, oh man, I want to make a workout video today. No, I'm just going to video myself working out like I do every single day. Right? Consistency. And content should just be, that's what another thing I learned this year. Content should just be a mirror of what your actual life is. A lot of times we come on here, we just want to do it. We want to make some videos, right? But the things we're doing in the videos can't be sustained because we're not doing it outside of the videos, right? And I'll leave it at that. I love you guys, man. I'm so glad. And I wish favor and blessings on whoever is watching this video right now, whoever took the time out to listen to me yap for 23 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I love you. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself most of all. Loving yourself is you loving Elohim, because he is you, right? You are Elohim. You are the living manifestation of his spirit as a man, right? I have a lot of videos, man. I have a lot of things in my mind that I'm ready to tell you guys, man. So I'm excited. 2026 is going to be amazing. Obviously, I understand, and we're going to talk about this on the next video. It's 2026 on a Gregorian calendar, but we all know the year doesn't actually start till April. So we know the springtime. So, man, I wish blessings and favor upon all of you. I hope you guys continue to take care of yourself. And, the new title of my YouTube channel is Woke Equals Free by Joseph Amon, right? Because becoming woke, which is awakening spiritually, mentally, physically, helps you to become free, right? We're not in bondage anymore because ignorance is bliss. Because ignorance doesn't breed accountability. Being woke, being aware, being conscious of your situation breeds accountability, because now you know. And because you know, now you have convictions in your mind telling you every single time you go against something that you know is right. And I'll leave a video on that one. Love you guys. See you in the next one.